I never thought this day would come. I'm actually selling my C100 Mark II. So, as you've read from the title and seen from the thumbnail, I am selling my C100 Mark II. I'm not selling the lens, that's just there for decoration really, just looks nice. It just looks a bit plain without it on, it just looks a bit strange. So, for demonstration purposes only, I'm going to keep the lens on it. I want to start off by saying that this camera is amazing. Like, I have no flaws with it performance wise, like none at all. It's just the fact that it doesn't fit my workflow. I've started using the mirrorless camera a lot more for filming. My clients kind of prefer the look of the sort of cleany, punchy mirrorless look to stuff, the higher, I don't know, fuck's sake. I've got the camera on a, what have I got it on? I've got it on a light stand tripod because my other tripod, which is £5, is terrible. Callum's got the top mount for that and he's yet to send it back to me, so I'm still waiting on that. I personally love the look of this camera. It has got a bit more of a cinematic-y look to it, which obviously would do being a cinema camera. It's just that I'm currently in a position of my line of work that I have to supply to what my clients' needs are. So as much as I'd love to use this for everything, if they prefer the look of the mirrorless camera, I'm going to use the mirrorless camera, which helps me out because it has got a lot more features built into it. It's smaller, more compact, and that just makes my back a lot easier, especially if I'm out shooting all day. It's just ideal. So like I said, this camera's phenomenal. If you are looking at buying it and you want to know more about the specs, I'll rattle off a few things now that I personally love about it. If you want to know more stuff, I'm sure there's a video out there talking about it more in depth, or just Google it. Like, so one of the first major reason why I decided to buy this camera was because it's got a 4K sensor, but then it outputs it to 1080p, which is just a dream. So that's one of the major reasons why I got it, because I wanted to have a high detail, but I didn't want to have to deal with the 4K baggage that 4K brings along with itself. The other reason was the fact of everything that comes with it. Like, the side handle's great because it has all the buttons, record buttons, and all the dials and stuff there. The top handle with the built-in microphone, which, by the way, is phenomenal. Like, that will outdo any in-body microphone on any camera. That is just unreal, and it's just really handy to walk around with and carry. Having all the buttons on the side, again, great. It does take a little bit of time to get used to knowing where things are, but you pick it up quite quickly. And another great feature, which should have been straight after the 4K reason, has built-in NDs. Like, that is just amazing. Having built-in NDs, you don't have to faff around at the front of it with a variable ND or having loads of stops on. Just has it built in, straight in front of the sensor. Another great thing, viewfinder. I usually have a HDMI playback monitor on the top here anyway, and you've got the flip out screen. So having the viewfinder is great because having your eye up to it, you just feel like a dad on holiday, I guess. Just feels great. You can really get engrossed into what you're filming and don't get distracted by other things going on. So that's really, really cool. Batteries, they're amazing. They're pretty big and beefy, and it has this cool check button, which this one's obviously dead. This one has a full charge, as you can see. You can get bigger batteries than this if you need it, but these were plenty for me. One of these lasts me like a good, I would say, good 8 hours, 6 hours if you're solidly filming, but 8 hours on a set day is great, and I had 2 of them. So I suppose moving on to the reasons to why I'm selling it, probably the reason why you're watching this. So, like I said, this isn't a specs video, this isn't to slate it. I think it's a fantastic camera and I recommend it to anyone. It just doesn't fit my workflow. Like I've already said, my clients kind of prefer the look of the sort of digitalized, high detail, mirrorless, punchy look that's going around nowadays. So, hired for my style of work at the moment, I'm getting hired just to be a video guy. So, unfortunately, I don't get to always say how I want to film things, but that's just part and parcel of being self-employed and starting. I guess it's just putting in that hard work and nailing a style, and then people will hire me for what I personally enjoy filming. So, but that's a whole different topic. I'm not talking about that today. I always ramble on about shit, and I'm getting really hot, so I'm going to take off my jumper. I haven't filmed with a light on in ages, and it's warm. Look alright? Yeah, look good. Are we still in focus? Yeah. With the whole, like, I film for clients, a lot of the time it's a bit more of a run and gun situation. Not so much that I'm constantly belting around a room filming stuff, but I am having to change position. I am having to put it on a tripod, take it off a tripod, changing lenses, and this camera really isn't designed for that. I suppose if you had more budget and maybe getting different lenses and different kit stuff, you could probably turn it into a real good run and gun. But it was just too much to faff around with all day. If you're using it for maybe like headshots like this, or doing interview shots, or having it locked off on a tripod for whatever reason, I don't know, a short documentary or a film or a short feature film, this is fantastic. Like I said, like the detail and the specs on this, brilliant. This video is more for anyone who's maybe thinking about buying this camera, or a cinema camera in general. I don't know exactly how good cinema cameras are nowadays. I can imagine they're phenomenal. If you're looking at having a main A-roll sort of camera that's going to be locked off, going to be sat in one position, or not really, you're not running and gunning with it, then I'd recommend getting this. It's what this video is about. Just have a think. Like, I got super hyped up and I couldn't believe I got it, and it looks the dog's bollocks. Like, come on, like turning up to set or turning up to a gig. I'm a one-man band videographer. I have lights and microphones and cameras, and I do all of it on my own, like many people here on YouTube do. And rocking up with this, especially when it's all set up on a shoulder mount and you've got a matte box and you've got a playback screen, and it looks the dog's bollocks. It really does look insane. Versatility and user-friendly. Not to say it's not great, because it is great, but you do need to be behind the camera majority all the times. I suppose one downside for me was it doesn't have face tracking. Well, it doesn't have face tracking on L lenses or the prime lenses that I use. If you have Canon SDM lenses, which I believe are variable aperture, then it has face tracking, but I don't want that. I want fixed aperture, especially when using primes, they'll be fixed. When using zooms, I want them to be fixed. I don't want to have to be trying to dial around and keep everything smooth. So that's one little fallback, but like I said, if you're having it locked off, doesn't matter, because you'll probably be in manual focus. That's what I done for most of my locked off shots, just had it in manual focus and just done it myself. Yeah. So it's sad to see this go. I'm hoping that it will be going to a good home, and I'm hoping the money from this, I was looking at investing into a second mirrorless camera. I was looking at getting the R6, but having some thought about it, even selling this, I'd still have to put quite a lot of money down towards it. And it's, in my mind, it's kind of getting to the end of the season for weddings and events where photography wise, I'd be using two cameras. That was sort of one of the main purposes, and it being slightly better 4K capabilities compared to the R. It would have been my A-roll, or my number one A-roll camera. But I think, and what I'm going to do is, the money I get for this, I'm going to use it to put towards new glass, because I'm still desperately in need for a telephoto lens, and I would like to get, although I hate saying it, I would like to get a 24-70 2.8 as a workhorse lens. And I love my primes, but I think having that zoom is just makes my life a bit easier, and I just want an easy life, really. I don't want to have to be stressing about carrying lenses all the time. I just want to rock up on set and push bash, bomb. There you go, mate. Got it. 4K, baby. Looks good. All handheld as well. Yeah, I know. Stable as fuck. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're into photography and you like watching photography stuff, I'm doing a lot of POV things at the moment. I've got a few more photo battles and kind of trying to change it up a little bit. So consider subscribing, leave us a message. Also, I might start bringing out some video content, as in like talking about videography work. It's something I've been working on a lot more since post. Don't know what this is. That's meant to be COVID, apparently. Post lockdowns, I've decided that I was going to try and nail videography work a lot more, which is very difficult, I'm not going to lie. But my heart lies with photography, and that's what this channel is mainly about. Maybe I'll slowly start sneaking in. Rambling on again. If you made it this far, legends. You're people that make it this far and leave a comment. You are the true legends to me. Thank you for watching, guys. If there's any questions you want to ask, leave them in the comments. I'll try and get back to everyone. I'm sure there's something I've missed out of it. But yeah, always. But yeah, and but yeah. Oh fuck it, just cut it there. How do I look? I don't know. I ain't got my glasses on. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's the end of the video. Been filming for 16 minutes straight. Hopefully it won't be that long. And I'm going to put some cool music to it, I think. I don't know. I can't usually... I'm talking to myself out loud. It's just fucking nuts, isn't it? Usually I would stop recording and listen back to what I've said and go from there. But because it's on the shaky as hell light stand tripod, I can't touch it. Like if I just touch the screen here, really watch how much it shakes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Right, I'm gonna stop fucking around. I'm just making sure that I've said everything. I don't want to have to take it off and then redo it again. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.